What if I told you that there's a moment in every empire where the money just stops working? Not like crashes or hyperinflation, but more like people just stop believing in it. Rome had it, Britain had it, and as gold is toppling over $4,000 per ounce, and the current administration is literally building crypto policy from the Oval Office, I think that America is having that moment faster than we think. But here's the thing. This isn't the first time that we've rewritten what money actually means. Because the last time it happened, it took 3 weeks in a hotel in 1944. But this time, it's happening right in your feed, and most people are scrolling right past it. Now, let me show you the pattern. And in case you're new here, hello, my name is Gaisha, and I'm your new favorite economist. I have my master's degree in economics, and I'm also a corporately trained economist. And without further ado, let's get right into this. Now let's paint this picture really quick. It is July 1944 at the Mount Washington Hotel in New Hampshire. You have 730 delegates from 44 countries locked in this massive resort. World War II just ended. Europe is in ruins. The British Empire, the previous money superpower, is broke. And America, we are sitting on 2/3 of the world's gold at this point. So they decide to make a deal. A very simple one, shall we say. You can trade your currency for dollars. Dollars can trade for gold. We have the gold, so really, we have everything. And just like that, the dollar became the world's reserve currency, and not necessarily because it's better, but it's because they had the leverage. But here's what they don't teach you in economics class. That system had an expiration date built into it. Because the deal was this. Every $35 could be swapped for an ounce of gold. But what happens when America prints more dollars than it has gold? And which we ultimately did to fund things such as the Vietnam War, the space race, the Great Society programs. And by 1971, the math was not mathing anymore. So President Nixon goes on TV and just ends it and says, hey, we no longer are gold backed, but trust us as your reserve currency.
To defend the dollar against the speculators. I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets.
And for the last 54 years, the dollar has been ran on pure trust, but there are cracks in the foundation. And let's get into the 3 that are forming in the system right now and why they are all interconnected. The first crack is the gold rush that nobody's talking about. Yes, central banks purchased over 1,000 tons of gold last year. Not investors, not crypto bros, but the people who run the money. Additionally, China's buying, Russia's buying, India's buying, and everyone is acting like it's the 1930s again. And here's the tea about central banks. They don't do anything fast. They do not panic buy. And when they move, it's because they know something. What do they know, you ask? Well, quite frankly, the dollar might not be a safe bet anymore. Remember the Bretton Woods agreement? The dollar worked because it was backed by gold. Now there's no gold. And crack number 2 is Trump's crypto power play. We are officially 9 months into Trump's second term. And here's the dots that nobody is connecting. He's not just pro-crypto for votes. And the message is super duper clear. If America does not control digital money, China will. Additionally, we must understand that whoever controls the rails of the money controls everything else. It's no different than in 1944, it was gold vaults, and now in 2025, it is code. The last crack that we have to discuss is the fact that the petrodollar is dying. And let's get into this quick story. After Nixon ended the gold standard in 1971, America made a different deal with Saudi Arabia, which was to sell oil in dollars, only dollars, and will protect you militarily. Well, boom. Every country needs oil. Oil costs dollars. So every country needs dollars. And that's exactly what has kept the dollar strong for 50 years. Not gold, but oil. But right now, Russia and India are trading it for rubles and rupees. The petrodollar, the last pillar holding up this entire system, is crumbling. Trade by trade and deal by deal. And most people have no idea that this is happening, but you do. Because when one system crumbles, another emerges. And this is the new deal that nobody is signing up for, but it is happening. And I want us to all remember that the winners in this transition are not the richest people, but it is those who recognize the patterns early. And because you were here, you were early. Now the question is, what are you going to do with this edge? And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And please leave your questions and comments below. And let's talk about this. Do you all think that the dollar has officially almost come to an end?